Well, hello and welcome to our devotional. Do you know what the greatest commandment of the Bible is? And what is the second greatest commandment? I'm sure those are great answers, and fortunately, Jesus answered these two questions for us. In Matthew chapter 22 and verse 37, Jesus said, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself." And so with this answer, I want us to notice this today, that these preeminent biblical commands, that they are inseparably joined together. In other words, Jesus said that our profession of loving God must be evidenced by our practice of loving others. However, just as we are all capable of doing, a religious expert defensively asked Jesus the million-dollar question, "Who is my neighbor?" So Jesus, he told a story in Luke 10, and we commonly call it the parable of the Good Samaritan. There was a man. He was traveling by foot from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he was attacked by a gang of thieves. He was robbed, he was wounded, and he was abandoned to die. By chance, later, a priest passed by this man. He recognized the man's needs. He had the means to help the man, but he did nothing for the man. Similarly, a Levite passed by, and he did the same thing as the priest. But then a Samaritan who had a different ethnic background, he had a different religious background, but the Samaritan came by and he had compassion. He bandaged this man's wounds, he transported him to a place of care, and he paid for his recovery. So Jesus said to that man, and he said to all of us, "Go and do the same." So who is my neighbor? Well, the biblical answer is that our neighbor is anyone who is near and in need. And that truth is without exception, and it is without excuse. So I encourage you today to continue, that we would all continue to be alert to every opportunity that we can love our neighbor as ourselves. In this unprecedented season of fear and loneliness and very real loss, like never before, that we are alert and aware to love others as we love ourselves. Now, some need basic necessities of life, like food, clothing, and shelter. Some, they just need care and encouragement because they're battling disease and sickness. Some need friendship because they're lonely. Others need mentoring because their parents are absent from their lives. Some need help with maintenance or simply getting groceries because of their age or their physical condition. And yes, some need financial aid so they can survive the loss of a job or establish a sustainable budget. However it works out and however practically applied, if they are near and if they are in need, they are our neighbors. And if they are our neighbors, and especially so for our brothers and sisters in Christ, then we must love them in word and in deed. And so as you live out these great commandments of loving God and loving others as you love yourself, I pray today that the Lord will bless you, that He'll protect you, He'll smile on you and be gracious to you, that He'll show you His favor, and that God will give you His peace.